So good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Yvonne Wright, and I'm about to start the webinar. I will tell you that we are recording this webinar, so if you miss all or part of it, it'll be available to view later. My name is Yvonne Wright. I am the General Manager of Policy and Partnerships for the what I'm going to go ahead and call the Office of Workforce Development under the Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development. Since August 28th, that will be our new name. The goal of this Lunch and Learn is to provide you with a brief overview of what a Missouri Job Center is. This is part of a series of Lunch and Learn topics that we're going to be doing to help us each get more acquainted with each other's programs. So I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about what Missouri Job Centers are, kind of from behind the scenes, what makes them exist. The job centers are authorized under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, which many people know as WIOA. WIOA is the law that funds our job centers and our job center services. Job centers are there to help people find employment or advance in their current jobs. We provide a full range of assistance to job seekers under one roof, and center operations are overseen by a local workforce development board. And at the bottom of the slide, I wanted to provide you what our logo looks like for the Missouri Job Centers. I wanted to just take a second and give you an idea of how we are distributed throughout the state of Missouri. So we have just the Missouri map, and you can see that St. Louis is a larger region that we serve, so it's up in the right-hand corner. This will show you where we have all of our 31 job centers placed across the state. And as you can see, the goal is to make these centers accessible for anyone throughout the state that would need to be able to access those services. In some cases, there are some other ways that people can access job center services. They can be placed in access points. For example, we have an access point for veterans at Fort Leonard Wood, and we also have one of our job centers actually has a mobile unit to be able to go out to where the job seekers are. And then I also wanted to take the same job centers and give you an idea about our workforce regions. The heavy red lines on the map show you where those workforce regions are. We have 14 workforce regions, and again, their role is to oversee the operations and the services delivered by each of those job centers. Okay. A complete list of those job centers, by the way, you can find that list on our website at jobs.mo.gov, and I have that website also later in this slide program. So I want to talk a little bit more about what Missouri Job Centers do. I included a couple of pictures of job centers on the side. I believe the one at the top is located in the northeast area of the state, and the one at the bottom is in actually the Ozark or southwest portion of the state. To best explain what a job center is like, I'm going to give kind of a corny analogy, but I think it'll paint a picture for you. We as consumers, probably everyone has been to a Walmart, and a Walmart is actually a good analogy of what a one-stop shop is. When you go to a Walmart, you can purchase non-food items, you can purchase food items, but you can also sometimes bank at a Walmart. You can eat at a restaurant at a Walmart. You can get glasses at a Walmart. And sometimes you can even get your hair cut. It just depends on the particular Walmart in the region that you're in. So those Walmarts are set up that way to benefit the customer so that when you go in, you can access all those different services at one stop. And that same analogy could be used to describe what a one-stop shop, a Missouri Job Center, is designed to do. There are different ways that the customer can access services. They can utilize computer banks to search for job opportunities. They can get help from staff in searching for jobs. They can make connections to partner agencies, and they can have access to training, apprenticeships, or other programs. But I think, to go back to the Walmart analogy for just a minute, think about all those things that I mentioned that you can access when you go to a Walmart. And now I want you to think about the fact that anyone who's interested in looking for work, anyone, any Missouri citizen that is interested in trying to find work, can go into a job center and they can have their skills assessed. They can get help in checking on their unemployment insurance benefits. They can get help with resumes. They can take classes to help them prepare for work. And as I mentioned before, they can have links to finding apprenticeships or on-the-job training. If they're a veteran, they can get specific services in a job center. Again, if they just want to have help looking for work, they can access staff that will sit and help them with trying to locate employment and help them find job matches for employment. They can even explore post-secondary training options. And then, like a Walmart, with their separate Subways or their hair places or their banks, the other wonderful thing about a job center is that it creates a linkage and an access to partner services. Services by other people that can help support that customer's job search. So for example, access to child care services, access to helping people with disabilities, and even help in getting a high school equivalency if it's needed. So there's a variety of ways that a person walking into that one-stop shop or that job center can access these different services. If you are interested in hearing more about these types of programs that I mentioned, I'm happy to tell you that there will be future webinars that will focus more in depth on those types of programs. The other service that Missouri Job Centers offer is to our second customer, which is employers. You know, employers are also customers of the Job Center, and employers have the ability to post jobs on our website, and there is our website, www.jobs.mo.gov. They can help employers, our Job Center staff can help employers with assistance with recruitment. They can work with them on incentives to hire individuals. They can provide resources, and then they can also do hiring events and job fairs. And I wanted to give you an idea what that might look like. This is an announcement for a job fair that the Missouri Job Center in Springfield held for Sam's Club. And that's just one example of how this staff is also serving the employer. And then finally, I just wanted to back up and revisit once again what Missouri Job Centers are. And I have given you a very high level, very brief overview of what they look like from the bricks and mortar standpoint. But honestly, the truth of the matter is what Missouri Job Centers are they are people. They are people who are there to help other people. And they are there to help make linkages to job seekers, to provide them with options, to give them new opportunities, to eliminate barriers to go to work, and they're there to help change lives. So it's impossible to talk about what job centers truly are without mentioning the people that are there that are passionate about helping people go to work. And with that, I'm going to end this brief presentation. I appreciate your time. And if you have questions, I've got my contact information on this, and we would be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.